Sanok is out of the way, Miramar is out of the way, Vikendi was never in the way, and now we have got just one more map to play, but we can only play 2 games on that map, so don't get confused. There's 2 more games to play. Hey, you thought I was gonna mess it up there for a second too. I could tell. I was waiting for it. Yeah. No, it's actually 2 games left remaining. But it is right. We have 2 more games left remaining on Erankle 2.0. That is Crazy Circles incoming, by the way, and looking how proactive. Speaking of what we talked about before. WClick was in yesterday's, like, even though we had absurd circles, they took, like, left compounds other teams would have kept, get it better center positions and whatnot. I am not seeing, no matter whether we've seen the leaderboard or not, out of the consistency and the momentum they have right now, they're not beaten.
No, but I remember back to the game where we had it on the south coast where Singularity and WClick were the first teams to react to that circle. They both went really deep into like Singularity went into the yellow houses, WClick went to the coast, and it ended up with those 2 teams as the last 2 just because they were the first ones to react. And it's something we've seen throughout this tournament that WClick is always the first one moving, always the first one picking out, oh, this position's free, let's go grab it. Yep. And they do that, and then they just kill everyone. Simple as that.
That's competitive PUBG. Just rotate and kill everyone. You win the games.
Just survive. Just kill.
It's really not that difficult. I don't get why people aren't better.
No, I mean, you've got to get pros that just don't miss their shots.
That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, the hit statistic from Silson that end game when we saw it was like a montage, just following Silson.
I thought I was watching
dumpstering a server.
Yeah, I mean, like you know when you watch a highlight reel of someone they put on YouTube and it's just like clip after clip of them, like 1v2, some nuts SLR shot, and we just had it like in 4 consecutive gunfights in that game.
Cristiano Ronaldo playing a football game against the kindergarten.
Yeah.
It wasn't that wild, but it was pretty impressive. They do manage to take themselves 2nd place overall off of that game. Bad Boys 3 with the win, take themselves the the win overall, 16 as well. Not sure exactly where that's going to put them on the leaderboards, but looking down the list, we have 1-pointers in top 16.
And the 2 teams I pointed out are teams that I wanted to see do better. Singularity Black, Sonic's back, and Frank and NA, 1 point each. Like,
well, it's better than 0.
Yeah, barely.
Not exactly what they wanted to have happen. Let's see WClick. They almost doubled the points down to 2nd place. Let's just call that quits. But for 2nd and all the way down, because there's a ton of money. 2nd place, $10,000. 3rd place, $6,000. 4th place, $4,000. 5th place, $2,000. There's over $1,000 all the way down to 9th place in this tournament. And believe me, there is a hell of a lot of teams wanting a big chunk of that money.
Yeah, Bad Boys, they were down in like 12th place, I think. 12th to 13th place coming into that game. And the 16-point win that they got has pushed them all the way up to 5th place. It shows
they're just 8 out of 2nd.
The leaderboard is.
Yeah, they're 8 points out of 2nd place right now. It's absolutely insane. There's so much to fight for. So much to fight for. And I think in all fairness, some teams might, I mean, if you go out early anyway, or if you get in trouble, or you have a hard time winning, you might not actually dislike WClick popping off. Because rather them get the points, who don't really matter because they're already kind of guaranteed, it's worse if they start dying now, and all these other teams that you're kind of competing with starts racking up a ton of points. And it's like, no, wait, no. We're used to thinking, like, we used to WClick getting all the points. Say that what's happening?
Yeah, but the WClick sort of feel like a team. You know when you like roll a small snowball down the side of a hill, and as it rolls, it gets bigger and it gets bigger and bigger. Like that's probably called the snowball effect, right? And WClick.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, there we go. Educational saint today. But like WClick feel exactly like a team that does that. They get those early gunfights and like sort of get the confidence in their blood's pumping, their adrenaline's going, and then they just walk into another gunfight and they just win. And then they move on to the next one and they just win. So like, yes, you want them to still be doing well, but if you then meet them mid-game, like you are going to lose.
Yeah, we got 3.5. Does Soit Maiden them Nah, they're just going for vehicles. So we have 3 teams committing to Pachinki. Tickleton, Keenan, and it's Winter and Agila and Raspu and Rusty Serra, all inside the city of doom and death.
We're going to see a fairly eastern circle. I mean, it centers around the sort of shelter area, so it could still go slightly west, but I'm looking at it. Is there any of our top teams that are really in a nice position?
No. Get on the back. Ah, boink.
They actually stopped. They
bounced him off. There's no way you're getting away from here, though. Sub-Zero, run. Get on the bike. Oh.
I thought he was going to like bamboozle them.
And then they knock each other.
Oh, they were so close to him escaping just because they kept running into each other.
You know what bad is? He actually came up the hill. Did he actually have a gun?
I mean, I would assume so.
Oh, he did. One more juke, and that could potentially have been knocks come in. And as soon as they would have knocked one, he would have just jumped into the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
The worst thing is in that situation, if you jump, because what you think is, just jump into the vehicle, jump on the bike. What they then do, and believe me, I only know this because I've both fallen victim and also done it to others, is what you do is that the first guy then, like, you have a guy on your back, and you just start full speeding around. So if anything happens, and he wants to jump off, he's going to die from it. You just go into the field and drive in big circles. And the other guy goes over, gets a gun, and then what you do is you drive over to the guy with the gun, and you stop, and you just go, well, you want to shoot this guy? Doink. So there's nothing you can do. You just get kidnapped, essentially. And Yak's almost there to help his teammate up, but unfortunately, not there in time.
And they're a team yesterday. We had this exact circle.
Yeah.
They won it. They had a massive game on this circle.
That is true. That is true.
It's really new to their chances of doing a repeat performance.
Yeah, all that, and also just the fact that, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough. First of all, it's a tough rotation now with W-Click right next door in particular, and so many teams inside of Pachinki as well. I was a little surprised to see so many teams go for vehicles on that southern side of. It's a kind of a stubbornness thing. I feel like 'cause there was 2 vehicles there, and you've got either he messed up something when he landed or he read it badly. Or poorly. I mean, if you go down as Sub-Zero there for a vehicle, and you see 2 enemies there, and you're already getting like it's a 50-50 whether you get the car or not.
When you bail out,
You better bail out because your friend has a compound that's safe further down the hill, and you just hold down control to like super glide over the hills because they're in cars. They're not gonna hit you midair anyway. They won't be shooting at you either. You know, just find a ramp. Yeah, go to Miramar. That's the next thing. We have people flying off ramps to hit people mid-air. That would be next level. Victor, he's been found in Milta. He has
evicted.
He has an extended mag. Evicted with guns. That's a little scary. He has an extended mag on his...
Wait, do they know?
On his Uzi, so that's something. I mean, they know he's in there. He just broke a window and jumped out. But... he doesn't have a helmet now. Surprise! Here comes the angle. Victor finds one. Able to get around the corner to safety. Doesn't have a helmet on. Fudge gets the second.
I don't think they did know. I don't think they heard it. I think they must have assumed it was a shot.
They must have known.
But I mean,
he was running upstairs.
I mean, he just opened the door and just walked in and just said hi. Like, I have no idea how they let him do that. But anyway, grabs the 2 kills. So.
Well, that's a turn of events. Lazarus not being the ones getting killed early game. They got a kill.
Oh, don't jinx them.
I'm not trying to debate anything. They've just really had a tough day today.
This is where someone pulls up on them.
They instantly die, exactly. Tony V, nice spray down towards Kobat. On the other side of things, Redemption haven't exactly had the easiest day either, so maybe a little break here for NA Luck. Is that what you get for having that name and getting killed by NA players?
Just about
maybe he is giving them NA Luck, you know?
I mean, is there any NA Luck?
Well, I mean, maybe there is. Let's see. NA Luck, Latam skill. I don't know. But Wooly just found himself a kill. Oh, that rhymed.
That was good. That was actually...
I get positively surprised when I do rhymes without thinking about it. Maybe we should just like poetry our way through the entire game.
We should give up on the commentating career and just...
We should do that. Yeah. That wouldn't be a shame.
Become poets.
Oh, rhyme the entire game. Would that be lame? I don't think so. Wouldn't do it. That would be a shame. Trishbeer finds a kill. Now I cannot go downhill. Okay, I'm kidding. I can sell it already. It's pretty stupid. I'm gonna stop.
Let's move on.
Yeah. It was fun for as long as it lasted, but let's never do that again.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where it happens once.
Poetry casting streams. Not
I mean, we could rap cast, but
but then it has to rhyme too, and that's gonna be really fast.
You know when you do it really fast.
Yeah, but you have to rhyme too. If not, then it's not rapping. Then it's just talking fast. It's auctioneer cast.
Well, there we go.
Where like every third word you can understand, just because it's going as.
I mean, just go into a gunfight and the first not going once.
Yeah, going once,
going twice.
Yeah. That could be a thing, but not a good thing.
I'm gonna find a way to fit that in. Oh.
You go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna try.
You do your thing. Find an auctioneering moment in the game and see who you can sell a kill to. Maybe a chicken dinner even.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one team in here that has the has the sort of the points bank to buy a chicken dinner right now, it's probably WClick, right? And they're
You would
already in
assume
a pretty
so.
good spot.
You would
Their
assume
shelter.
so.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of shelter endurers because of how easy it is to get pulled up on. But in terms of where they are in the circle, like a dead center, I mean, that's pretty much perfect.
I think Damux looking around. Did have a little bit of a fight with the guys uphill. Seems like you might want to pop those tires, bro. I saw him hit that. I saw him hit that one. But no, unfortunately. Oh, that's a good headshot in return. Down to 45. First hit in the arm. He only has 3. Might want to have used a couple of bandages there instead. But who am I to say? I'm just a puny caster.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones where you just want to stand up and peek again. You know, like he's lost his teammate.
I'm still here.
Yeah. He just wants to have a bit of fun. That's why people use the first aid. But you should always be using the bandages. But then there is a slight, like, bandages are really good in terms of, like, if you get tagged up to, let's say, 65 HP, and you just pop 2 bandages quick and a boost, then you go full up, and it's so much quicker than a first aid.
True.
So, like, you sort of want to go into late game with, like, 5, just to have that, if that happens, you know, you can heal up much quicker than everyone else.
I have a weird tendency of always wanting to have 8. So what I do is I pick up 15 and I drop half. Like, even if I had 10, I never drop 2 if I have 10. Because then I would have to press control,
I never pick up
click,
10
and 2,
so.
and drop. So I always just pick up, like, always pick up the 15 and then I drop half.
No, I'm a 10
I don't know
man.
why.
I'm
You're
a
a
10
10?
man, yeah.
You're
And
10.
I will always save
That's
some
too many.
for the late game.
That's too many. I would just 8. It's fine.
Yeah, but I will use 5 of them straight away. Like, let's say on rotation, yeah. If I get shot on rotation, I'll use the bandages and the
I
boost.
guess so. Then I just have 3 left.
Yeah.
Fine.
And
I
then you
don't
have a
need
couple
more.
left, yeah.
I die early game anyway, so it's fine.
Not wrong.
I never get to use all my bandages anyway. Keenan does find Winter, and here's yet another team that stomped their way through the groups. In all fairness, they already have secured $3,000. So, but of course, they want more. They want a lot more. And underhanding a nade down now. Damus, that one could be right on the money. Ooh. Somehow, that didn't even do any damage.
I think it actually clipped the edge of the what's it called, the crate, and because of that, it's gained a bit of like momentum and bounced off. It was really unfortunate. It was actually quite a nice nade, but just wasn't quite cooked enough. So BL's going to escape for now. Circle has gone relatively south, sort of towards, as we see here, Rats have the 1-1 split in the 2 priority compounds. And I'm sort of nervous if they try and stay as 2 solos, because that is the sort of place that you're going to get crashed in.
I was going to say, too, that's a spot that teams rarely even care to scout. It's just, you know what, we want this spot this game, let's just go for it. And you can see already now,
shooting,
Taylor's coming up to say hello, teams are starting to shoot towards Pride. I think Valiant is starting to realize that, you know what, we might just want to play this one together, guys.
Yeah, the Eastern one is the better of the 2 compounds. So if you can keep control of it as a duo, you're in a really good spot coming in.
By the way, when you play this area, guys, whichever one you pick, the game always ends on the other one. Just so you be ready for that. The game always ends on the one you didn't decide to play on.
It's where they go east and then touches west of cards. Yeah. And it ends like by Raspu, just to annoy them.
Yeah, it's that's just the rule of having 2 spots available and picking one.
It's just the rule of
it always goes to the other one. That's just how it is. Keenan does go down. They did manage to get down Winter, but seems like the teammate of Gila was there to do some damage in return. I'm not even sure where on the map that is. Oh, that's inside Pachinki still.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic's Black are a team that need to have some good games to sort of push themselves back up that leaderboard, because they're starting to drop down. They're in 12th now, and I mean, it's not looking good. Aguila's got the initial knock.
So there's a headshot, not going to matter though. Tickleson finds it. That's going to be the double kill for them. Do they have any vehicles though? I'm not sure, because the hard shift might have been... No, the hard shift. The hard spawn shoots over there.
Everyone died.
Yeah, exactly. They should be fine. And the guys that drove away earlier, they took the southern cars.
But the problem now is that they come to this circle and everything good's taken. So now they're like...
Is there anything good in this circle other than 3 compounds?
I quite like where Taylor J is on this circle. Like the Wizard Tower on the dirt road. It's a really good position to get kills from, because a lot of people come from the west and you can hold them out. And you can also pick off people trying to like make Hail Mary rotations from the north later on if the circle does come towards you.
Futke TV. Got fucked. Can I say that?
I mean, you just did, so...
Yeah.
There you go.
There's always the good thing.
If
Ask permission after you do something, right? That's always that's how you do it. Nice shots though from Valley. It's rare they're trying to hold off a breach, but then there's a lot on a 6x on it, or 8x on it even. So impressive that he got to shoot him out of the vehicle. I mean, managed to stay alive for a little while longer.
Yeah, I mean, they're holding this split as well, which, as we said, wasn't. Oh, I thought we were shooting them. Like, it was perfectly timed to hit them, but it was actually at the tire. I was about to report him, but
report that.
Yeah, but it was actually shit at the tire.
Imagine him headshotting out like, oh, okay. That worked out surprisingly well.
With the weirdest knock I think he's ever got. Well, the most random knock, rather.
Yeah.
But the fact that they've been allowed to hold the split this circle is sort of understandable, because Like we see with this circle, there's still a lot to play on the north. But if this then comes south, they need to just group up straight away.
This game's gonna end in prison. Calling it now.
I mean, we've seen these end around farm.
I've not seen
farm road.
Like I've not seen an inside prison ending for a very long time, and also I've especially not seen one in the new prison. It's a little more playable. We have some more cover every now and again.
We saw earlier a circle come south, right?
True,
just south of where Pride by 8 are. And we've seen a lot of farm recently. Farm's been a very popular...
Yeah, it has.
Very popular area.
Eastern side of farm, or just under, like down towards the twin houses on the southwest
I want to see a
side.
shelter, because I've not seen a shelter for a while.
Shelter, I think those are kind of rare, especially in duos. I mean, they're kind of fun. You can force so many teams, like you can put so many teams inside of the shelter, like downstairs. And that could up for a pretty interesting end game. Now let's see. Where are we taking for the next circle? Shift to prison.
Yeah, prison and shelter both still in, both at relatively decent positions and relatively central. So,
and the entire northern side is actually playable now as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, like, obviously we have that the trench.
Yeah,
which obviously it's very playable. And we have the compound like on the sort of eastern side of the prison, which is still available as well. That is a relatively decent position in this, just in terms of a transition point to get up onto the hill. But I mean, there's a lot for these Western teams to get
greedy,
to.
Guys.
But it's whether they can get to it.
I like the fact that they do this to some extent, but at the same time, that was a very greedy run out. I mean, they are outside the circle, so outside that nobody was stopping, but they should assume that there would still be people rotating from the west of them towards the circle and just blindly crossing the road like that just because you hear a vehicle. It's like a dog just running out and barking at anything that's making noise outside your house. It's a little... it can be a little scary if you don't check your 6 every now and again. Yeah,
but if you are in those sort of compounds, you generally know sort of the context of your position. You know if there are people close by. You know, if there's someone like 20 meters to your east, which means that they can't really, but if there's someone on that hill to your southeast, then you don't make that move.
Welcome. Oh, I kind of wanted him to get that one there.
Yeah.
But Victor does.
Would have been nice.
Doesn't succeed and do it. So Raspo and Rusty find themselves a double. That's Weezy and Crispo. That was the only NA game they had left remaining, and it did not work out for them. Harold trying to get inside the... Wait, did he just kill a guy from the vehicle? Ganjohan taken out by Kalnix. They're jumping out of the car now to try and take a fight to Todix. Ganjohan does get flushed, unfortunately for him, and now Todix on the other side trying to cross around and see if he can get an angle on towards these two players and somehow just breach this area without really losing anything.
Yeah, it looks like we're reenacting World War I in these trenches, and Harold actually gets taken out, but the trade does come in. Kalnix with the peek onto Todix gets him down. Should be able to get the res as well, so nothing doing in the end. And a team that did quite well last game. We saw Kalnix get that 1v2. Looking to have another good game here.
Can also just say it's the worst placed artillery cannons in the world. Like, why would they be facing uphill like that?
Yeah. I mean, in general, that trench doesn't make any sense.
Can you prone in here?
No, maybe it's too small.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I know. But it's a really weird. But the one in Pachinki that makes even less sense, because what are you guarding? On the Pachinki trenches, what is it guarding?
Well, I mean, it's looking towards the city, so maybe that was like their front line for engaging the city.
No, but you would never be that close. Like,
okay, so if you're talking realistic sizes, then you would have. I mean,
you'd be on the hill. Like, but surely you'd just stay on the hill.
But it's also on the hill.
Well, the milli ones.
But there's so many things you can discuss. You can also discuss why they hate bills on. What do you call it? On Miramar. Yeah, given the fact that there's like a legit drought on the map. Like, how did they get the water supplies to get that going? Nabel is getting back inside. Also, how are there so many tractors? Like, were there 2,000 people hired on each field? Like, each field has like 15 tractors.
I'm surprised how many tractors are out in farms.
But they don't have like 15 on each farm.
I mean, some do.
But not in one field.
I mean, one field, yeah. But actually, if it's a big, if it's a corporate farm, they have like a fleet, and like they'll clean one field at a time.
And they were all working the exact same day when the world came to an end. And they all parked their tractors in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and just walked off. I mean, they all just joined in. Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. They just joined the server. Started playing. Stab, Reload. They need a hell of a game to have any chance of doing anything here. Stab is already down. Reload needs to hold the angle, but he is going to go down as well and kill Demo. Able to get himself one of them. Paplix found the other, and once again, out. They get out of the server.
Teagleton from Sonic's Black goes down. So Keenan now last one up. He's driven straight into Rumstorm. So there he goes. A team, both the teams that I've wanted to do well. Fangin' the Dragon and Sonic just not having the games that are perhaps expected from them.
Nope. And if you're Kodak and Silson, you're clapping your hands right now and saying "ay ay ay" or whatever.
I mean, they had already
without
won.
sounding disrespectful.
So I like it. I think they were clapping a couple games ago. That is a nasty little angle.
I was like, well, that's unfortunate. You're shooting into the staircase there. But nope, he was shooting heads. That's what he was.
And Adam's going to be lit up from the east, so he has to run away. I don't think he'll be able to get the res in time. I mean,
he should be able to crawl back down.
He has the time, but it's yeah. But if he calls to that angle, he's completely open to Rumstorm. He has to.
Oh yeah, he has to stay on the tree. That is true.
It's whether Adam can risk getting back up there, or whether he chalks it and it just moves on.
Lex should be able to get back on his feet, depending on whether or not he's gonna go for a nade thrown in. Oh, could you imagine?
Not
gonna have takes down Adam instead. Like whoops. That would have been the funniest thing. That one did go in. Oh, did it go out? Oh, it was through outside. I just saw the trajectory there. Silson finds on Civil. Now Sharky and Waldo. They want in on some action here. They CPA to wait. And just
it's a bold nade. I mean, I would assume that they're expecting they're coming outside. Yeah, but hit a wall.
It made the gardeners work harder coming to the next game and reset everything. Like imagine being the guy who's hired to fix fences on the angle.
That would have been an awful job.
Yep.
Silson with another little 1v2 there onto Lazarus. Nice and easy.
You know how in golf, or you never played golf, no mate. But if you hit a ball on the green, like where the grass is really thin, and it goes from straight up to straight down, and you make like a dent in the grass, then you have to like even it out. Imagine being the one that has to even out grenade explosion areas on.
Well, they don't make a dent in a angle, so.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
So you've actually got quite a cushy job there.
And is it? I want to know what this dirt is made of. Titanium dirt. Oh, that's a knock.
He's just going to walk straight on top of it. He dropped an nade on himself as well.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Feels bad. But he might actually be able to get rested. No, it is knock number 2, and Sharky's there as well. Nice little steal. Kickstart, he got rest, but at what cost? Was it worth it? You got back on your feet, but now you have to live with the shame of having your teammate killed to try and get
Decided
you back
he was
up.
the better player.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Went for the res. Like, yeah, but I don't need you.
H&K. Hank, as I like to call him. Honk. He gets the flush on towards Harold. Honk, yeah. Could be Hink.
Could be. Could be Hunk.
Yeah, it could be a lot of other
Hink.
vowels.
It's any letter?
Yeah.
Hink.
Could be Hink. That's with a K instead of the N. Sounds like when you're sneezing.
This is where you find like the 1 is actually his name and the HK is like nothing to do with it.
Oh, maybe it's just like a clan tag.
Yeah. Or it's silent.
Yeah.
That's his actual name. It's just the H&K is silent. So his name is just 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if some languages had 3 letters in a row that were silent.
Well, I mean, the word
Danish
Q in English is... The word Q in English is the letter Q followed by 4 silent letters. So...
Yeah, if you put it at that, it does make sense.
Because the letter is pronounced the same as the full word.
Yeah, actually, he's dead. He's out of the server. He's going to be waiting for that final game coming up momentarily, and Pat Caps is trying to stay put here. Now, Pat Caps and his teammate, they had a pretty solid first day on the finals, and I think Pat Caps staying alive here would be a pretty good difference maker. And all this Kodak, last alive, Silson gone down. Let's just say it. I mean, you can play around Shelter, but once you have to leave there, if there's been enough teams allowed to get close, you cannot, like, there's no way of keeping track of everything.
Yeah, but the position Lamplot and Zoid are in is the one that you want to be in, because, like, you don't need to leave as soon, and you can sort of catch off those kills as they drive by, so that, you know, you can get the Silsons, the Kodaks, as they try and leave the shelter. And they also have the sort of the safe run up the hill, so they don't actually need to use vehicles to get away. So I like the fact that Lamplot and Zoid went for that, and it looks like they just want to hold out the back before they try and transition up the hill. And they should be in a really good position. I mean, look at that circle. I mean, Kodak's the only person nearby that can do anything.
He's on the road. Okay, prediction time. What place does Demox get here? You have to say it before they see him.
Wait, who?
Demox, the guy on the screen. What place does he get here?
13th.
You think he's going to die now? I'm more
Kodak
of an 11th person.
Kodak will see him.
Nah, I'm thinking 11th.
Kodak will see him.
He's not going to start shooting. He's not that dumb.
Kodak will see him. Not those two. Kodak.
No, I know Kodak is there, but he can't see because of the tree line.
Yeah, but as soon as he goes near that road, Kodak's going to see him. So he's going to come 13th.
Shh, Kodak, go away. See, he's running away. No, he's not. Don't shoot.
Oh, they've actually...
Me don't like it. He's dead. He's actually dead. Kodak sees him from the side too. Okay, then 13th place.
And Kodak immediately goes down, but we grabbed the point. Grabbed the placement point as well.
I was going to say I get 1 placement point too. Not that it matters, but yeah, sure. Why not? Valiant's going to find himself a nifty crate. Don't know what weapon's in there, but at least level 3 gear will do him good for this final couple of circles. Pride is trying to hold off the other side. Ooh, that's an arm.
Like I said a couple of days ago, I'm not really a massive fan of the arm.
No, that's because you suck.
Oof.
You cannot disrespect the arm. We've discussed this.
No, I like it in squads and I like it in solos.
It's blasphemy.
In duos, SLR and Mini are just so much more useful in these, especially in late game.
Not if you can hit headshots.
Toby, when was the last time you hit a headshot?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I haven't played the game in a couple of days.
That's true, yeah.
While,
but neither of us have.
And last time was probably the last bullet I fired before I stopped playing the game last time, because I'm that good.
Why you were casted then?
Because I think it's more fun to talk than play.
He's here for the paycheck, not the.
The issue is
not the job.
Every time I play, people always say you talk too much, and I was like, you know what? I might as well do something with that. That seems to be my gift when I play PUBG.
That was like too much. At school, like every parents' evening, it was like he talks too much.
And then I got a PC, and then that first parents. It's actually true. The first, what do you say, parent teacher, whatever they have every year. I was never told, like, the teacher was like, oh, Toby doesn't talk so much. He was like, oh, what happened? And then they realized they got a PC that year. So it's like, oh, okay. He just sits on his laptop all class.
Every report I ever got from school, like, it was like, good student, does well into it, like, tries hard, talks too much. And
I never got the tries hard and good student part. I just got talk too much.
I was a good student, actually. I think you're fine. I was a very, very good student.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Until I got to A-levels, then I got a bit lazy.
Somehow I'm not surprised. Zoid is well, he's gonna be able to find Pablix. It seems like Pride ain't gonna get anywhere with this either. Both of them gone down. Lambazoid, they've been through ups and downs in the tournament so far. I haven't really seen them be able to really pull off any given consistency. Now 4 kills here could be. I mean, it's a little late to go full on crazy shenanigan game mode, but there's a chance for them to get something going here. They have essentially half a circle to themselves right now.
Yeah, and they are in the top 10, I'm pretty sure, at the minute, or at least the top 16. So, like, a big game here, and they're suddenly fighting for the upper echelons of the money, like potentially even the 10 grand for that second place, if they can have 2 good games in a row.
Captain does find Beal. That's the second time these two find each other today, or in this game. Nabal now coming up to try and help. They don't know the exact whereabouts of H&K, but they do know, I mean, I assume at least.
I mean, you just
he's around the corner, yeah. Oh, that nade should be golden. He's actually running into it. It's a landmine, and Nabal stands on it. Cream around the corner. I keep saying Cream. That's his team name. Captain. Capitan.
The honk is gonna get him. No, he's not. Capitan finds the kill eventually. He should be able to get the res as well.
Yeah, it's on the edge. Should be golden.
So there's a pretty safe one. Backups finally goes down. He was snaking for so long in that southeastern side, rather.
No offense, that 7th place is pretty well earned. I mean, as you said, he was sneaky peeking his way in for quite a while. I think so. Like Taylor J went down way early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did a really good job to at least get those placement points, and that's I think what sort of separates the teams in the lower echelons of the leaderboard with the mid pack at least is that the mid pack are able to have. Like when they do have something bad go wrong, when they do lose the Taylor J early, the other player is able to at least get a couple, like 3-4 points out of it, and that's what really pushes you for the top 16 because everyone is capable of winning a game. Everyone is capable of in this. I would say there's probably like 28, 29 teams that are capable of winning a game with a decent amount of kills. Yeah, and it's all like realistically, if you want to win, if you want to come second, it's about the games you don't win. It's about the games you don't do well in. Like you need to turn those ones into something as well, because otherwise you're just relying on that luck, which over a best of 12 generally tends to balance out.
Yeah, that is true. You know what I just came to think of? If Tony V was Toby W, that would just be my initials.
Yeah,
he would
but it's not.
Be me.
So it's not.
Yeah, and also I wouldn't be alive with 9 alive in duos.
Yeah. That is also true.
I would be the guy that talks too much.
You'd be dead in the middle of the map with all chat on.
Yeah. Hello, anyone running past my corpse? Hello. Yeah. No, actually, you know what? People they think like once you get the caster stamp on you, you're pretty bad at the game. I would say I'm by no means and will never be a professional player or player of that level, but I'm pretty decent at the game.
Well, I tried and failed. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I never tried. That's a good thing. I never tried and failed. I just didn't even bother.
You just knew.
I just knew. No, there was a time when I was considering whether I should try and give it a go, but then there's, time commitment and having a fiance that you also want to spend some time with. I mean, that's the thing that people kind of don't think about is how much these guys and girls, for that sake, are putting into perfecting what it is that they're doing. It is so damn difficult. If you want to be the best, you better damn sit there and grind at least 8 or 9 hours per day. It becomes your full-time job, and if you're not at a level from where you can get fully paid from what doing like streaming or playing from an organization. Oh, hi, helmet. What? Wait, Oh, sorry. I was saying he didn't hit the first one, but he hit that.
But like I have 2,500 hours either playing the game or watching VODs and reviewing on my own playstyle, and that is considered not very many hours.
I have even more than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it shows
playing.
It shows just how much like people play this game and how much these players got. I wouldn't be surprised if Zoid has like 6,000-7,000.
I mean, I did a tweet not too long ago, and again, no promo, but I just asked out how many hours do you guys have in games, and you'd be surprised. I mean, it's very, very, very. What do you say? It's a very widespread. Some have 9,000 hours, which I don't even understand how you can do it. Some have only 2,000 something, and they're considered some of the best in the game. But there are just some that, to some it comes more natural. To some they've played a game before PUBG that gave them X amount of skill sets needed to, like that you could kind of transfer into this game. And
you see people often they will. Like, you can sort of learn the game without playing it if you use, like, an aim trainer.
I think it was Lopes. He started playing games on PC a year ago. Like, after PGI, he started playing video games on PC. He had never played a game on PC before. He had never played Counter-Strike, anything. He had his first AWSD and a mouse experience a year ago, and he's a professional player right
It's
now.
weird. You watch, like, if you take, like, a COD Pro and stick him in... the one that springs to mind, Karma, the Call of Duty Pro.
I have no idea.
I know a lot of NA players because obviously COD's quite big in NA compared to EU. But
True.
Karma is a player that, like, for a while he started streaming PUBG, he started playing it, and he was insane. He's a console pro, and he just switched because a lot of the skill.
Is that a new pan sound?
It was a doink.
But that's
what if it's
it was
new
a
pan?
way different sound.
Yeah,
though.
but like a lot of the skills in all FPSs, like the way you take a gunfight is all the same.
Yeah.
And as long as you can like learn how to use the gun, you learn the recoil pattern, learn the spray controls, etc. Then I mean, I think it's really similar. Just all the FPS games.
Cream is like, can I please land a bullet soon? He sees all of them.
It's one, but I think it was on an arm, so it's not quite optimal.
He sees all of them, and he shoots and shoots what looks to me to be pretty damn on target with quite a bit of those bullets. And he's like, where is my knock? When do I get something going here?
See, if he had a mini or an SLR, he would have got a knock.
Most
Guaranteed.
likely, yeah, most likely, but yeah, I don't know.
What does it roll? Just about survives. So
Tony's been on this rock for a very long time, and I don't think it's going to grant him any favors any longer, because every time he peeks over the top, Lambasoid will see him from below.
He doesn't.
I saw that one connect.
That was like
in my mind, that was a perfect mid-air headshot.
But the problem is you have to like account for momentum, so you really
just hit something, Captain. Come on.
It's where he hits the pan.
Oh. He's tunnel visioning this guy very massively, and Tony's just baiting. He's just waiting for that shot so he can peek out.
Well, I think he's actually isolated the other player. Yeah, Lamplot actually steps in and just gets an airball down, so Captain's in a really rough spot now.
He's flush now.
Hit your shot.
Just use. I was going to say, just use the M4 already.
As soon as you.
And he does swap over. Now, how do you do this if you're Captain? 2v1.
You don't.
Lambasoid, 6 kills, and you can see they're trying to spread out already. Does get the nope.
He just cannot hit shots today.
You know what? I think you just stick with the M4 for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Not that he has one.
One more chance.
One more. Nope.
Switch guns.
Don't even bother reloading. Just use it.
Yeah.
It clearly worked out pretty well once you swapped. And I don't even want to blame him. I feel like a lot of his shots were pretty much on money, like on the money.
We also have to take into account that both of these players probably have like 150 ping. So
that is true.
Like the ping, like the
and the observers have ping too.
Yeah. So like we'll probably find the shot.
There it was. No, and it dies to the blue. Oh!
He finally got it.
He finally hits the headshot, and then he goes down to the blue immediately after. You know what? In all fairness, he probably wasn't going to win that game anyway, but at least he had the headshot.
Yeah, but I sort of feel like in that situation, if he has a DMR, he probably doesn't necessarily win the game, but he comes out of that with more kills. He comes out of that with more points.
Maybe, I don't know. It's
I will always champion the DMR.
I know you do.
Yeah, I'm very anti-SR in the game at the minute.
He tried. He tried his very best.
Have to give him that.
And he unfortunately did not succeed. And hopefully next time he will have a better chance.
Yeah,
maybe pick up a DMR. I don't know.
I mean, the mantra is, if at first you don't succeed, switch guns, and he didn't quite listen. So
well, he did listen. He immediately got
about 20
flush
shots
with the other one, but unfortunately it was a little too late. and for him, the road ended at second place. You forgot to do auction house. You gotta do that.
Oh,
shooting once, shooting twice.
Yeah.
That would have been a long-lasting auction until he finally hit a shot.
I'll be honest, I'm so tired.
It would have been sold at 20th bullet. Finally sold, and you did.
It's not happening. I'm too tired to be remembering to do smart stuff.
You try to be fun.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
I'm not a fun man.
These circles, they were kind of brutal. It essentially became like already from circle 2 or 3, it became one big uphill push where everyone was playing in the open towards the shelter lumber mill area. Really, really, really tough circle to play around, and overall just very, very tough end game. We saw up here. Finally, Captain finds one, and as soon as he got himself a knock onto a player, he goes down to the blue immediately. He was tanking for a little while. Unfortunately, no win coming in for him there in the second to last game of the tournament. We have one more game, guys. One more game to go before Season 9 will be all over and done. We've been through Open EU, Open NA, Pro EU, and now we're finishing off the Pro NA as well. So 4 tournaments that have been running simultaneously with qualifiers, with everything going on, are coming down to the very end in just about, I want to say 45 minutes time. We're going to take a break in just a short minute, but I want to hear from you. Before we look at the leaderboards coming to the last game, final game of the day, who will go out and make the upset? Like the turnaround upset?
I'm kind of feeling Lamperzoid after that one. I mean, they looked really good in that game. Like, they're a team that we said hasn't been consistent so far tonight.
True.
But in that win, they look
not
like
just tonight, but in general.
Yeah, in general across the league and of the finals, they've not been consistent. But when they do get, maybe 1 or 2 favourable circles, when they do sort of come online in those gunfights, they turn into a really scary team.
That's true. Lamperzoid's the pick for the next game. We'll have to wait and see just a short while, guys. We're going to take a short break. One more final game coming up. You do not want to miss it. Stick around. We'll be right back.